As the spread of COVID-19 continues to ravage the country, the effects and pending circumstances of the outbreak have caused Nebraska officials to form a preparedness plan. Good afternoon, I'm Harrison Popp.
And I'm Owen Godberson. Coming up, the lead poisonings in Omaha have hit people of every background, and now their story is being told through an entirely new medium.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
From the studios of UNO Television, this is the Omaha News, presented by UNO School of Communication.
"40 states confirm residents testing positive for the coronavirus, increasing the total number to 938 nationwide. Iowa's governor declared a state of emergency as the state confirms 8 cases of the coronavirus, including one involving a Panera employee in Council Bluffs. Meanwhile, Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts says our state could be dealing with the coronavirus for the next 9 to 12 months. The number of people in Nebraska known to have the infection has risen to 3, but Governor Ricketts says the state hasn't seen the virus spread to the community level.
In order to prevent the further spread of COVID-19, many institutions and events are being canceled or postponed throughout the Midwest. The Nebraska boys basketball state tournament announced today that they will play in front of no attendance this weekend, and Creighton baseball canceled this weekend's series after Central Connecticut State refused to travel amidst the concerns about the virus. Also, Special Olympics Iowa has canceled its state midwinter tournament scheduled this weekend in Iowa City. Universities in Iowa, such as Drake University and Grinnell College, have announced that they will begin remote learning starting on March 23rd.
Colleges in the Midwest find themselves juggling with how to proceed with classes as cases of coronavirus reach higher numbers in Nebraska and Iowa each day. A letter from UNO administrators to the college deans thanked them for their coordination with faculty and staff, as the potential looms to convert classes to online only. Students are told to practice basic hygiene and attend classes as normal. Midland University in Fremont closed its doors to disinfect classrooms as other areas with hopes of containing the spread of the coronavirus. This is in response to a 37-year-old woman who became critically ill with the disease following a Special Olympics basketball tournament over the weekend. Other schools and universities are considering taking their curriculum online, so students have to go to their campuses. There's an update on the UNO website providing the latest information on the virus. You can go to unoomaha.edu/coronavirus.
Lead poisoning is an ongoing issue across parts of Omaha, and in addition to efforts to clean the soil, one organization in the city is working to build community trust and tell the stories of those whose lives have been affected.
Since the opening of the Omaha Lead Superfund site in 1999, the number of contaminated North and South Omaha properties has decreased dramatically. But many yards and houses are still dangerous for the people who live there.
We go into the homes that have had the soil remediation completed. Then we provide them with education on lead poisoning prevention. And we also give them a free HEPA vacuum to help to deal with cleaning if there is lead dust present in the home.
Many of the residents are immigrants or refugees who do not speak English, so the program offers interpreters and literature in key languages, such as Spanish, Nepali, Burmese, and Karen. The county also collects samples and offers free inspections of homes built before 1978, when lead-based paint was banned.
So it definitely helps to break down barriers in terms of having someone who's from the community, especially with the refugee community. It's a very small community, close-knit community. So having that person who's personable, who can relate, that definitely helps.
The Douglas County Health Department may be helping lead victims by providing testing and education, but someone else is working from the other side. He's telling their stories. Artist Waddy White created his Lead Stories series to put a face to lead poisoning and show how it can affect anyone. His son had lead poisoning as an infant and shows lasting harm from it as a young man.
That's also one of the weird things about understanding lead poisoning on a larger scale or on a larger timeline is how little solutions there are for it. And all of it is about how do you deal with living with this rather than how do you make it stop.
White says a certain thing happens when you portray someone in your art. You show their merits, their place in the world, and give credence to that person's story and their actions.
I felt like with an issue like lead, with any issue, If you look at it broadly enough, you're going to see a million different people touching it in ways that are very specific to them. I don't believe in universal things as much as I believe in individual things. And I think that literally everybody is telling the truth when they talk about their own experiences, and literally everybody is lying when they are talking about your experiences.
For the Omaha News, I'm Greg Staskevich.
Today, Douglas County says less than 1% of children have tested high levels of lead in their blood. That number has decreased from the nearly 33% in 1999.
Coming up, we head to the theater for a film festival that offers more than just your popcorn-munching blockbuster.
Next, the Omaha dance team has taken their talents to the national stage. Sophia Ritter is at our live desk to show how one team's drive and heart has put Omaha on the map for future dancers.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Graded programs, in-demand degrees, and a worldwide community of graduates, UNO prepares students for life, wherever it may lead. From Omaha to Italy to Uganda to Japan, Mavericks are working in communities around the globe. So where will a degree from UNO take you? UNO, access to exceptional, access to the world. Learn more at unomaha.edu.
Need an incentive to read? Use your Omaha Public Library card to check out a pass to the Henry Doorly Zoo. Each pass can admit up to 2 adults and 6 children for a one-time use. Passes are limited, so make sure to head to your library and check out a Henry Doorly Zoo pass today. Benson, where creativity is our culture. Benson's lively atmosphere offers a unique experience. Come enjoy great live music, enjoy a variety of bars, get amazing food from local restaurants, and shop at local businesses. Whatever you do, you won't be disappointed with your experience. Learn more at experiencebenson.com.
This is the Omaha News.
International film festivals are a great way for filmmakers to showcase their vision and hard work to a diverse audience of movie buffs. Reporter Josiah Navarro says over 1,000 filmmakers worldwide vied for one of the 100 spots in the annual Omaha Film Festival.
Exarban Cinema held the Omaha Film Festival, an international film festival where an eclectic group of films were showcased to audiences. Alec Mohibian flew from LA to show a documentary about the 2018 Armenian Revolution titled I Am Not Alone.
It's a story about a lone activist who goes on this hopeless march across his country with the hope of inspiring the people to rise up and topple an all-powerful regime.
Iranian psychological thriller The Night is also making its way through the film festival circuit, with director and writer Karo Shahari representing the film.
It's about this Iranian couple and their one-year-old daughter. They decide to spend the night at the hotel. It's the night that they have to face the secrets they've been keeping from each other.
Adding to the diversity of films was The Job, a faith-based film about a born-again boxer held hostage by a house robber. Randy J. Goodwin wrote, directed, and starred in the film.
I did 99% of all post. It took 6 years to finish this film.
Omaha Film Festival was founded 15 years ago when co-founder Jason Levering and his friends attended a film festival in Kearney, Nebraska and thought, why doesn't Omaha have one?
No one even knew what a film festival was in Omaha.
Although starting an international film festival from the ground up has had its challenges, Levering continues to believe in his vision.
What we show here are films that you're not going to probably get to see unless you come to the film festival.
It's actually a good trial to see how people, connect with the film.
Your best supporters are people you've never known.
It's important for discovering movies that you're just otherwise not going to see.
For the Omaha News, I'm Josiah Navarro.
Since its inaugural year in 2005, Levering says the Omaha Film Festival has made great strides towards becoming one of the most accomplished teaching festivals in the central United States.
The UNO dance team wrapped up their season in spectacular fashion. Reporter Sophia Ritter is at the Omaha News Live desk, where she says the team plans to increase their awareness on campus by dominating their national competition.
The UNO dance team made headlines as they took home 3 national titles at the Universal Dance Association National Competition. The team placed 3rd in the Palm Division, top 3 in game day performance, and top 5 in Division I jazz. Their journey for this success started way back in the fall, and their team hopes to continue their legacy for years to come. The dance team dedicated numerous hours to perfecting their craft in order to be competition ready.
So in order to do as well as we did at Nationals, we had 3 practices a week and a workout on Wednesdays. So our Sunday and Tuesday practices were about 2.5, 3 hours long, and those were really intense. We were working on the clean.
The long hours in preparation not only helped the team compete at a national level, but also win a national title. The team placed 3rd in the Palm Division.
So we stayed up all night working on that routine, taking the judges' feedback, and for them to be able to move up to 5th was huge. Like, we did that essentially overnight, and it takes a special team and a motivated team to be able to make that happen.
Every year the team becomes more competitive to make. This year, every girl on the team was from the Omaha area, but this is likely to become more diverse, since 50% of the people trying out next year are from out of state, thanks to the team becoming more competitive.
We're starting to get recognized outside of our local community. We're starting to get recognized on a larger platform.
With the attention the team has gotten from their 3 major wins at UDA Nationals, this will bring a reputation for future teams.
The level of our team is increasing, and it definitely puts a fire under our butt for the summer practices and leading into next year, just knowing that we have the potential to win a national championship, and you don't want to just let that go.
I wasn't surprised. I think all year I felt like we definitely had the potential, and it was in our hands to live up to that and deliver when it came to executing our choreography.
The team hopes to build on the success of this season, as head coach Mo Marsh is already working towards next year. The dance team will hold a prep clinic for anyone interested in joining the team. The clinic will be held on March 15th from 1 to 5 p.m. in the Sapp Fieldhouse. Owen Harrison, back to you.
Coming up, it was a disappointing end to the season for Maverick Hoops as both teams fell over the weekend. We head to our sports desk with Jack Hoover, who brings you up to speed with all things Omaha basketball from their conference tournament weekend up in Sioux Falls.
Next, nothing quite brings out the fire in fans like a good old-fashioned rivalry, and we explore a rivalry that always tends to heat up the ice every time these two sides clash.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey, buddy, Nebraska weather got you down?
Yeah, sometimes it feels like I'm trapped in a snow globe.
I've got the thing for you. You need to head down to UNO's weight room and help in kinesiology. They have bench presses. They have treadmills. They have free weights. They have everything that will pump you up.
I'm gonna go head there right now.
So put on your gym shoes, make a protein shake, and go turn that plastic into muscle.
Explore the historic Blackstone district in Omaha, Nebraska. With over a dozen restaurants, bars, and social settings, you can experience everything the iconic district has to offer. Eat, drink, socialize, and enjoy the day or night here in Blackstone.
Radio isn't what your grandparents told you. It's about discovering facts from the other side of the story. But MavRadio.fm produces talent, people who can take someone's story and bring it to life.
Wind, reel, and print.
Welcome into this week's edition to Omaha Sports. I'm Jack Hoover. The NCAA tournament begins in 1 week with the first 4 games at the University of Dayton Arena in Ohio. We don't know yet the teams which will be on the court, but the NCAA tournament announced within the last hour that all tournament games will be played without fan attendance. Only essential staff and limited family will be allowed into the arenas for competition. There is still no word whether media will be allowed to cover the tournament on site. Meanwhile, the MLB, NHL, NBA, and MLS jointly announced the leagues are closing clubhouse and locker room access to the media to limit exposure to players. The Omaha and North Dakota rivalry is one that sports enthusiasts have enjoyed for years. Both fan bases are known for their willingness to travel and cheer on their student athletes. I took a look inside this tug of war between fans and how it's known throughout the NCHC conference. Nearly 500 miles separate the campuses of North Dakota and UNO. But when these two teams meet up in hockey, the passion and the support that the fans display makes it seem as if the schools were next-door neighbors.
Fans get into it. It's the marquee game on the schedule every year, and as you can see tonight, a lot of green makes its way south down I-29 here to Omaha.
The Fighting Hawks and the Mavericks have been conference rivals since the 2010 season, with little love lost between the two teams in the 10 years since. Whether they're playing at Baxter Arena or the Rolf Engelstad Arena in Grand Forks, many fans, such as North Dakota supporter Alex Breedenbach, believe the atmosphere that surrounds the contest can only be described in one word.
I'd say more hostile. It gets pretty rowdy in here, and I like coming down here a lot.
It doesn't matter the rank or the record when these two teams play. UNO hockey beat writer Jordan McAlpine believes that whenever the Mavericks and Fighting Hawks meet, there's always more at stake.
Earlier this January, #1 team to go up into Grand Forks and come away with a win. Those are the type of nights that change the momentum and set the future for a program.
This season, North Dakota has only lost 4 times all year. However, 2 of those losses came at the hands of the Mavericks, as Omaha picked up a 6-3 win in Grand Forks and a 4-1 win this past weekend. It's moments like these that prove that the rivalry is alive and well between the two teams. Omaha hockey split their weekend series with North Dakota after losing Saturday. Next up for the team will be a trip to the NCHC playoffs, where they will take on the Denver Pioneers in a best-of-3 series beginning on March 15th. Well, it wasn't the storybook ending either of the Omaha basketball teams were looking for, as both saw their seasons end this weekend. Up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, both the Omaha women's and men's basketball teams fell in the opening round of the Summit League tournament on Saturday and Sunday respectively. The women's team faced a tall task, going up against the #1 overall tournament seed and #17 team in the country, South Dakota. The Coyotes controlled every facet of the game from the tip-off, making it a long day for the Mavs, who ultimately fell 99-40 to the eventual tournament champions. The men's team faced a similar fate in their opening round contest as well. The 4-seeded Mavericks came in against the 5-seeded Oral Roberts Golden Eagles, a team Omaha split their regular season series with. However, a slow shooting day for Omaha allowed Oral Roberts to pull ahead in the second half and hold the Mavericks in check. Oral Roberts ended up besting the Mavericks 79-52. Additionally, on Monday, it was announced by the university that they will not renew the contract of Omaha women's basketball coach Brittany Lang, who finished with a career record of 80 and 124. Lang has been at the helm since 2013. Now heading to the Diamond, the Omaha baseball team picked up 3 big wins this weekend, including one over in-state rival Creighton. Omaha started the weekend with a Game 1 win over Portland, lifted by Joey Machado and the rest of the Maverick pitching staff, who only gave up 1 hit in the 1-0 win. They followed up with a comeback win in Game 2 after trailing 4-0 in the 5th inning. The Mavericks hit a pair of solo home runs and had a 5-run 7th inning to help push them to a win.
They capped off the Saturday doubleheader by beating Creighton 8-1, snapping a 7-game losing streak to the Blue Jays. Omaha scored 6 runs in the second inning and rode that wave home as they extended their win streak to 6. Richie Holitz picked up an accolade in the process, earning Summit League Pitcher of the Week after his performance in the win over the Blue Jays on Saturday. It's the first weekly award of his career. And that's all we have for Omaha sports this week. Owen, Harrison, back to you.
Thanks, Jack. Coming up next, it may be March, but that doesn't mean winter is over quite yet. We head to Jacksepay with a look at our 5-day forecast that may have a flurry in the cards for this weekend.
Coming up, new construction on UNO's campus has a wider impact than just education. We take a peek at the new counterterrorism grant the university has received and how its mission is bigger than the classroom.
Keep it there. We'll be right back.
My name is Lindsay Nieper, and I teach Yoga 1 at UNO. I think my favorite thing about teaching yoga here at UNO is that there are so many benefits to practicing yoga consistently. Students who have never practiced yoga before are suddenly consistently getting 2 hours a week or more of yoga into their lives, and it can be really transformational for them to be able to practice so consistently and see positive changes in their bodies and their minds. I think that so many students are struggling with juggling their school commitments with their personal lives, oftentimes are working and really having a hard time finding balance. I think yoga can benefit any student by giving them a couple days each week when they can slow down their pace.
Kappa Alpha has been the best decision I've made in college. It's really set me up to be ready for the real world.
I never thought I'd join Greek life at UNO, but some of my best memories have been at Pike.
Now for a look at the weather, we go over the Jacksepay with the current temperatures and his 5-day forecast.
Thanks, guys. Shout out to Mother Nature for this nice day, because with my upcoming 5-day forecast, it's only getting colder here in the second week of March. Today we're experiencing partly cloudy skies and enjoying a high of 62 degrees with a small 10% chance of some rain in the afternoon hours. As for the overnight forecast, grab your favorite hoodie, as we'll be sitting around 48 degrees with 12-mile-per-hour winds with a small bump of 12% chance of precipitation tomorrow. But expect no mostly clear skies coming through the metro tomorrow. Now for a look at the 5-day forecast ahead. Tomorrow will be considerably cooler than the other forecasts from tonight, looking to be around 57 degrees with a low of 31, with additional winds upwards of 20 miles per hour, making it a chilly and possibly rainy day with a 20% chance of rain. Friday, we will dip into the 50s, but the wind will drop off, making it a lot more comfortable here in the metro, thanks to Mother Nature. Saturday, expect a colder day with a surprising 70% chance of snow. Yes, I said snow, people. So expect a cloudy day with 10 to 12 mile per hour winds, and keep your winter coats and boots on deck for the short return of Nebraska winter weather. Sunday morning, expect a cloudy high of 46 degrees and low of 36 throughout the day. And finally, back on Monday, expect the same cloudy, possibly rainy, and stay in and watch Netflix all day type of weather vibe with a high of 51 and low of 35. Now taking a look at the weather around the metro. So around here in Nebraska, Omaha, and Bellevue, we're experiencing around 57, but it's really going to be around the 60s all over the metro area, with Blair being 58 and up in West Point about 57. Now bear with me, guys. We've got about 2 weeks until we can cruise with the windows down and set up your hammocks in Elmwood. Now, you just got to bear with Nebraska weather. I know it's pretty tough, but give it about 2 weeks and we'll be hitting that 80s, 90s in no time. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Jack. UNO was recently awarded a 10-year, $36 million grant by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, Science, and Technology. The mission is to establish a National Counterterrorism Innovation, Technology, and Education Center on campus. Reporter Ethan Wolbach says the research center will impact students who want to make their mission to protect and educate citizens.
From the beginning stages in July of 2019, graduate student Clara Braun has worked side by side with the principal investigator, Dr. Gina Ligon, who will spearhead the new Counterterrorism Research Center.
It was actually the day of my thesis defense that Drs. Ligon and Derek decided that we were going to go for this. So we finished up my defense. I passed, and we hit the ground running.
Braun says that the new Counterterrorism Research Center will be highly centered around student involvement.
The collaboration across the institutions from, east to west coast is really more focused on the students.
Braun says there will be endless opportunities stemming from the addition of the new research center.
There will be a lot of internships available across the nation with our partner institutions. We are implementing a counterterrorism PhD program.
Students at UNO will have the opportunity to collaborate with researchers all across the country here at the new NCITE Center for Terrorism Prevention and Counterterrorism Research.
I think that our center's mission demonstrated that terrorism is not one single discipline's problem. It requires collaboration.
Braun says that UNO students are what will make this new Counterterrorism Research Center special.
I think it's just the willingness of our students to be mentored. I don't look at UNO as a campus where people come just to get a degree. People want to have careers and they want to do big things and make waves in their fields. And our center is the way for that to really happen.
For the Omaha News, I'm Ethan Walbeck.
The Counterterrorism Research Center will be housed in a $17 million privately funded 44,000 square foot addition to UNO's Mammal Hall. The award is the single largest grant in the 112 years of UNO.
That's all we have for this week on the Omaha News. Stay tuned next week for more stories in your community and beyond.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at UNO, the Omaha News for more information and local content.
Now from all of us here at UNO Television, thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time.
UNO is a sense of community, feeling like I had a home, and so I chose UNO because of that. To me, access to exceptional is having a cheerleader in your life, and anybody who has stepped foot in UNO knows that somebody cares about you. School isn't just getting a GPA. To go above and beyond that is what's going to make you an exceptional applicant to a job or a graduate program.
Create your next adventure and travel the world at Omaha's award-winning Henry Dorley Zoo.
Hi there, my name is Dr. Adam Tima. I'm an associate professor here in the School of Communication. I'm here to tell you why you should take film theory and criticism. It's a 4,000, 8,000 level class that looks at film as a thing that cultures create, that we create. We go watch them all the time, but the question is, what do they say about us? It counts as an elective. It can count towards a graduate program if you're in graduate school. So if you're interested in looking at movies and what the movies say about us, I encourage you to check it out.
Dundee, home to Warren Buffett. It's located west of Midtown Omaha, Nebraska. It's a place in Omaha where neighbors can work, eat, relax, and live it up, all within a few blocks. Come visit the neighborhood and see what Dundee has to offer.